Art and Archetypes. This book, Sacred Contracts, Awakening Your Divine Potential, by Carolyn Mace, may be seen as maybe the Bible of archetypes. And today we're focusing on the mother. So the mother, matriarch, mother, nature, parent. The mother is the life giver, the source of nurturing and nourishment, unconditional fountain of love, patience, devotion, caring, and unselfish acts. This archetype is the keeper and protector of life, from children to the family, to the greater mother archetype, the earth and all life. Mother Nature, also known as Gaia, is the goddess of life, the caretaker of the living environment of this planet. So I like the idea of really working with the idea of planet. So I have some fabric here that represents the earth. And then I went ahead and on Midjourney, through one of the AI platforms, I created this vessel. So I have it backed with a fusible Misty Fuse. I taped it to paper and then ran it through the printer. And I'm going to use this as one of the fundamental elements for this piece. I'm looking at really kind of creating art coming from the perspective of the mother archetype. And I like how Pacific Ocean, you can just barely read that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this and then probably fuse it. So really kind of keep in mind that there are many variations represented throughout time and eternity of the mother. It is one of the primordial archetypes. We all have a mother in some shape or form, but some other ways that it could be conceived of is not necessarily a biological mother. And you don't have to have had the physical experience of giving birth to be a mother, but think of maybe people in your life that really portray mother. So maybe it's a nurse or a governess or babysitter even, or adoptive mother, godmother. But today with this artwork, I really think I'm focusing on the mythological understanding of the great mother, and I'm going to really embody Demeter. So she was one of the ancient goddesses, one of the Olympian goddesses. So that's how I came to derive this ancient pottery. But also consider how you, or again, people that you know, because it's easier to recognize archetypes sometimes in other people than in ourselves, but how rather than think of mother as a noun, but more of a verb. So there's plenty of people who mother their pets, right? In both a shadow way and in a light-filled way. We see the gambit, but it might also be a project or a garden or some kind of initiative on creation. And that's one of the key words about mother, is that it is synonymous with creation. As some of those shadow aspects of mother we can probably think of pretty easily off the top of our head, but it can be very overbearing or codependent. Could be that the mother transfers her needs onto the children. I think of some of those mothers who push their children really beyond their capabilities. We could see this maybe in sports, or even scholastics, or beauty competitions. And then there are the mothers that put the children's needs above her own, so she ends up exhausted and really has nothing to offer and to give. The mother can also be possessive, manipulative, even deceitful. And then in some cases too, the mother can be neglectful. In worst case scenarios, even abusive. My next step is to soften this background some. So I'm going to mix a couple colors, unbleached titanium, pearl white, And the reason why I'm doing this, because I, again, want to emphasize one of the great goddess mothers, Demeter, and one of the things she's symbolized by are shafts of wheat. We talked about the shadow aspects of the mother. Let's talk about the light aspects. One of those would be she knows when to let go. She knows when to have the fledglings leave the nest. She doesn't try to hold them back from their greatness and from their potential. And she nourishes and gives unconditionally. She is the creator, really the creator of the life force. She allows the blossoming, the unfolding. And that's why I chose this urn. I chose a vessel because that's really how I see the mother. The great mother holds. She's the container. She is the womb. So I think symbolically, a vessel is a great rendition or kind of idea for her. So this is the vessel that contains that potential. This is the vessel that provides the nourishment, the protection. And along the way, the mother is called upon to protect. Think of Mother Bear. Can be very warrior-like energy. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Okay, so capitalizing on the whole idea of Gaia and Mother Earth, I love this globe circle, and this is a thermofax by Jane Dunewald. And if you've not checked out into her education and resources, please do so. She has just incredible knowledge and tools available to make art, and she definitely also looks at archetypes and their influence around making art. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to tape this down here. Looking at the best way. Yeah, I think I want it to go like that. And I want that to be turquoise because it's going to stand out, but this turquoise is a light, and so I'm going to mix a little bit of this green in it. Don't need too much. So some examples of mother could be, I think of Mother Mary. That's certainly a mother that many people identify with. A fairy godmother could be another mother. Mary Poppins, very motherly. Some people perceive of Princess Diana as having that motherly quality. And then we've got to clean the screen up, because if it dries, it's not going to be very much good to me for future uses. Gonna carefully lift this, hold our breath. Okay, not bad. And then I have this idea to put wings, and that's indicating the fledglings leaving the nest. So I'm gonna use another thermofax, and I think you can see the wings. And that's going to indicate the taking flight. And I'm going to use some foil to do that. But we'll see. So I'm using this Deco Foil liquid adhesive from iCraft. And so now what I want to do, again, tying in the whole idea of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, or the ultimate goddess, Demeter, and since her symbol is grain, which is about fertility and abundance and nourishing, I'm going to see if I can paint in some grain. And I want to use a couple of different colors. So I'm going to use some yellow ochre. This is copper, and this is rust. They're very similar. I guess I'll use the rust because it's older. And then I want to add a little bit of darker, which is going to be this terracotta. And now I want to come in and add some greenery. So I'm using these acrylic pens, making things very symmetrical, because the mother in the light, embodying the artist, is in balance. And before I get too carried away with painting, I'm going to have to add these leaves. And I'm hoping that these are going to work. The last step that I think I'm going to do is to come in with this foil transfer adhesive and try to get these wings a little bit better. I know I can get them better, so I'm gonna try something thicker and maybe that will help. So we'll give that a whirl. So I did come in and redo the foiling here with some heavier glue, and then I outlined the wings somewhat. I kind of wish I hadn't done that, but that's the way it goes. Again, the mother in the light accepts the results, and I do really love the fact that I have a vessel that holds things, just as a mother holds the unconditional love and compassion that she brings to the people that she nurtures. And she also has unconditional love for the process of the nurturing, and knows when to give the end results its own wings to leave the nest. So there we have the mother and the artist archetype.